I created Species Nutrition with one mission in mind: to provide bodybuilders and serious athletes with no-nonsense supplements that work. I put my name and reputation on every bottle of Species Nutrition products. If you want to be your absolute best, join the evolution.
Welcome back to the Midday Muscle. I'm Tyler Shore. Let's do it. And we'll jump right into today's show with a new update from former Olympia and Arnold Classic champ Brandon Curry, following his big announcement a few days ago that he made his annual pilgrimage out to Oxygen Gym to train with the Camel crew for his Olympia prep. Now, aside from the news about him making this trip, which is honestly business as usual for him at this point, I guess the other real thing to take into consideration is the fact that he basically took an entire year off to get ready for the Olympia, which kind of makes it feel like it's a now or never thing for him. Between Hottie and all the other guys who are in the title hunt right now, it may be fair to say that he's probably coming up on the close of his championship window, and that's if it isn't already shut. But we've seen the Sean Rodens of the world hit the apex at relatively late stages in their career. So if there was ever a time for Brandon to prove that he's still got plenty of power for championship status, this feels like the time to let it loose. And we also have a new update for you today from Hunter Labrada, ahead of his season debut with the Tampa Pro. And I think the majority of you guys will agree here that this is the best he's looked heading into a show at any point in his career. Sure, he did add some new muscle, which is something that he's done consistently year in and year out, but the real turnaround for him this year appears to be his waist, because he looks a lot more streamlined now than he was 6 months ago when he was just entering into the start of all this. And if what we're seeing here ends up translating over to the stage, he will be giving people hell over the next few weeks. Now, assuming that Hunter does go into Tampa and takes care of business, right around the corner from that, he'll be staring down a huge battle between himself and Andrew Jacked at the Texas Pro. And for as good as Hunter looks right now, what we're seeing from Andrew might actually be better, which could end up making this one go down to the wire. The stuff that we're seeing from Andrew right now is honestly next level, because the progress that he's been able to make in such a short period of time has been insane to see. So if he ends up dusting that improved version of Hunter when these two ultimately end up squaring off, there's a real conversation to be had about whether or not he should be considered a legit top 3 contender as we head into the Olympia weekend. And before we head out of here today, we do have one more note on the Texas Pro, this time coming out of the Classic Physique division, where it looks like we're going to see Logan Franklin make his season debut. This might end up being an interesting spot for Logan, because a convincing win here would put him right back in the running to be a potential top 6 Olympia finisher. But if for some reason someone else comes out from the woodwork to knock him off here, it probably raises more questions than answers about where his future lies as a top tier contender. This lineup looks like it's shaping up to be a pretty deep all the way across the board. And if he pulls out the W after having almost a full year away from competition, it might be a huge moment. That could be a huge momentum builder for him moving into the back half of the season. And that would do it yet again. I'm Tyler. This is the Midday Muscle on RX Muscle. See ya.